awesome people. Welcome to my live stream. Doing a short video today. I understand there's been some updates to the game just a couple days ago. I noticed that there was a bug with the shield that was not giving you all of the bonuses and benefits. Also a bug with the gems that I've known about for a while that appears not to be giving you all the benefits of the gems that you have geared. One way to bypass that is to use your not your stash, but you can have a setup, I forget the name of it, where your equipment is set up in a certain build, and you can bypass that bug by doing that. Let me get back to West March, and I'll show you what I mean. What we're looking at here is a fairly major bug that I believe was hot patched just in the last day. If you have used this feature, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, this will be new to you. One of the items that was fixed in the latest patch has to do with warbands. That's why I was started in my warband camp. In your warband, you can open that up. It'll show you who's been online, how long they've been offline for, which is a really helpful feature. I've got a couple of members, as you can see, that have been gone for a while. Okay, now in the Armory, if you go to your map in West March, there's an Armory here near where the blacksmith is. There's an Armory. That Armory looks like this little tower here. When you open it, it gives you the option of loadouts. Loadout 1, loadout 2, loadout 3, 4, 5. Right now I've got my second loadout on, which allows me to place this set of gear into basically a loadout. And what that does is it equips gear that you have on as a loadout. And if, say, you have another build that you want to use, like, say, the build 1, build 2, build 3, say you had all of this equipment, and you wanted to be using build 1, but then you change your mind, you're going to go do some PvP. This is build 1 here. Thanks for eyes, Lone Preserver, Cloppers, these gems, secondary gear set, as well as build 2. Now say you wanted to use like build 2 for most of your running around, and then when you went to do PvP, you wanted to change your gear into something similar to this, but you didn't want to have to like carry it around with you, and you didn't want to have to go running to your stash every time you wanted to change gear. So what you would do is you would equip the gear that you want to use for, say, PvP. Set up that gear, or the gear that you want. You would go into your Armory and click loadout 1, 2, whatever. You would click activate. What that will do, or overwrite, actually, overwrite, and that will write down, like, say I don't have anything in loadout 3. Say I wanted to save the gear I have on right now. See, there's nothing in here. If I wanted to save the gear I've got right now as a setup for PvP, I'd hit save, I'd click that, enter loadout name, PvP. I want that. So I'm going to click on overwrite. Yes, I'm going to overwrite that loadout. So anytime I want to play PvP, I can just go to PvP and I'm good. When I want to go back to like PvE, then I click on that one. We'll call that one PvE. PvE. overwrite that. Yes. So say I wanted to use this one as general. I could be running rifts. I could be doing PvP, just messing around. Bounties. No, don't want to overwrite that. Okay, so I'm going to do overwrite. Transfer higher ranks to your new items. Yes, because I have some items that I have transferred the abilities to. So this is going to be my general build, and when I want to go and do PvP, I switch over to it, hit activate. Transfer. Always transfer, because you want to keep those skills, those gems. Unless you have a different set of gems, which takes a lot of grinding to have 2 sets of gems. And then you're done. Say I'm running around, killing some monsters. I decide I'm going to go to the battleground. So I'm going to go back here, hit PvP, activate. And it'll switch to the PvP. Right now I'm done with playing PvP, so I go back to my general. I click activate. Transfer. I'm good. Okay, so now you see that I'm able to switch not only my skill set, my equipment, everything has been swapped over. So now I'm ready to go and play whatever I want to. That is an awesome feature. For those of you who don't know about that Armory, that's a nice little lesson for you. This video is not about that. It's about an update that just came out. Say I want to do some PvE, do some Last Little Flame Spun. Is a great example of this. I'm not going to queue right now. But say I decide to go and queue. Select a raid. Say I join that one. There's 4 of 8. I will just for kicks and giggles. Okay, you can be sitting here for a while before the last 3 join. Say, for instance, you're sitting here for a good 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Could be an hour. Could be a long time before anybody else joins in. You finally get a group of 8 people. And then what happens? Well, then you get your chance to hit enter, accept, to go into the raid. Everybody's here. Let's go. Boom. Chances are somebody, this dude, doesn't click OK. Maybe he got up to go to the bathroom. Maybe he went to go and get a drink. Maybe he's on a bio break. Maybe he's AFK for whatever reason. And everybody is sitting here waiting and waiting again. You finally get a group and you're excited. You're good to go. But guess what? Somebody's not ready. Probably because they got bored waiting for other players. What's going to happen? You're going to sit there until they finally get back to their keyboard and they're ready to join. That's hard. You need 8 people, and all 8 people need to be ready to go and ready to roll when it pops. Nice thing about this is that you can join this raid. You can be on a waiting list for other players while you are out and about doing other stuff. You can be out doing bounties. I believe you can even be in another dungeon. You can do rifts. Elder rifts, challenge rifts. Problem is if you're doing those and you get all 8 players and they're ready to go, you're going to have a difficult time jumping from your dungeon, get out of that, so you can join the rift. So you can join the Heliquary. When Last Little Flame Spun is ready to roll, you better be ready to roll. So I'll do bounties. I'll be out in the wild. I could be killing monsters, and I'm fine. But if you're doing like a Elder Rift, or you're doing a Challenge Rift, nah, it's not as easy to get out of. Okay, so something that's been happening is, as I explained, you finally get a raid going, you finally get enough players, somebody's not ready. Sometimes it's more than one person that's not ready. They've added the ability for you to be able to vote kick that person that's AFK off the group.